Wildlife wardens have arrested the commissioner of Lafon County in eastern Equatoria State and nearly 40 people for possessing 5 tons of bushmeat over the weekend. According to the Minister of Wildlife Conservation and Tourism, the arrested were smuggling the bushmeat from Badingilo National Park. The 70 sacks of bushmeat were apprehended by the wildlife wardens in 4 vehicles, including that of the commissioner. Minister Rizk Zakaria Hassan said the arrest is part of the anti-poaching campaign his ministry launched to protect the wildlife species and animals. He said the arrested will soon be arraigned in court. Rizk spoke to the media at the headquarters of Wildlife Conservation and Tourism Ministry in Gumbo this afternoon.
الليلة القوة بتاعتنا في إطار الحملة السنوية قدروا يتحصلوا على عدد كبير من المتهمين الفعليين بفوتوا 40 متهم، وبحوزتهم مسألة بتاعت 75 شوال البقدر بقرابة 200 حيوان ماشي، فدلهم قدروا يلقوا في الحملة جرت في اليومين دل. والكلام ده بيتواصل مع الحملة اللي نحن عملناه قبل يومين. طبعا قبل يومين قبضنا 3 طن من نفس الدائرة بتاعت بادينجلو ولافون والمحلات دي، والليلة ده تاني مرة. وفي الكثير من الضبطيات اللي احنا عملناها في الزمن ده، وده رسالة احنا عايزين نقدمه للمواطن الجنوب السوداني انه الشيء اللي بيحصل له هو خسارة كبير للبلد، لانه هنا بنعاني انه جنوب السودان في ظروف اقتصادية، في تأخير في مرتبات، في مشاكل كتير، والحلل بتاع مشاكلنا في جنوب السودان هو السياحة، والسياحة اللي بنقصده هو الحياة البرية.
Last week, Minister Rizk cautioned the public against killing wild animals for consumption, saying it puts their health at risk. He said the culture of relying on eating bushmeat should desist, adding that the wildlife animals are being hunted by armed civilians and rogue soldiers for commercial use. This, according to Zakaria, is affecting the wildlife conservation and tourism sector in the country. During the media address this afternoon, Lieutenant General Khamis Adieng, the Director General of Wildlife Service, said some of the arrested include members of the organized forces. He said the Ministry of Wildlife Conservation and Tourism will continue to hunt for poachers during the dry season.
You know, we have started the operation for the dry season, and it's going to continue, by the way. It's going to continue as far as the dry season is concerned. As you can see from the arrest and from the report, is a huge quantity of meat. But if you try to convert it to animals, it is more than 100 heads of different species of animal, which is considered to be a very, very big destruction to the South Sudan resources. This thing is unacceptable, and we are going to go ahead with all the legal procedures. It is now the court to differentiate between A and Z. But we are going ahead. There is no compromise. We will not stop anything. Nobody will stop us because we are working according to the laws of the Republic of South Sudan. It is very unfortunate that the commissioner is convicted among the other, but it is now the court who will differentiate between the constitutional post holder and the other suspects. And the suspects here, you're seeing behind me here, even some of them are from the organized forces. Some of them are from SSPDF.
Colonel John Adio is the operation commander of Wildlife Service. He narrated how his team managed to apprehend the suspected poachers.
And then Arabia, the Honorable Commissioner, they lat Mbari. Junubin Zengmata kum shuptu Almaruda del Failan, Arabada Kulu, Lagina Machan Belam, Sabain Chwal Bitalam, and then 5 ton. الناس ذلك راكب فوقه في العربات ديل الأربع 95 95 نفر 95 نفر ده فيه ناس عنده samak. Al-Siadum samak, nina kalena, nina figu. Another fadal, they're not lamb. They're like 38. They're yama tamin, and nina ligo. Actually, al-Kalada fi kullu nas. Al-Poshas da amula kayam fi park. So, they're in worry like Jinubin. Al-Team al-Figaba, fi Poshas, al-Baktul al-Aywan. And then fi team al-Bakta al-Shajar, fi National Park. Western part of Lafon National Park, particular National Park. And then eastern part, then nas Shajar, nas farm, Yafogo. Western part, they'll poachers. So, takum Jinubin al-Shakolda, yaw takum Shubin. Udema bata wildlife barao. Al-Shakolda, dabatana kan Jinubin kulla.
South Sudan has been experiencing poaching in some of the national parks in the country. The government has in several occasions warned people against killing wild animals. Just last week, wildlife wardens arrested 11 people in possession of 3,000 kilograms of bushmeat in central Equatorial State. The Minister of Wildlife Conservation and Tourism, Rizk Zakaria, said the suspects, whom he termed as agents, were apprehended between Mangala and Badingilo National Park while transporting the meat in Toyota Land Cruisers. He estimated that the confiscated meat could be from at least 110 wild animals, including dozens of antelopes. South Sudan has 6 national parks and more than 10 game reserves, covering more than 13% of the country's terrain. South Sudan has more than 300 mammal species as one of the Africa's greatest annual antelope migrations. For iRadio YouTube channel, I am Emmanuel Joseph Akile.